How you doing? My name's John Sikoris, and this is Sharif Sikoris, and we're the owners of Titan Medical Center.
No idea what's coming.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to my just getting to be my favorite show here, Talking Smack, because you know, I gotta tell you, the sport of bodybuilding as a sport, you know, like who wins the Olympia, who's going to win the Arnold Classic. I could give two shits, and I'm really burnt out. We just, as you've probably seen on the internet, we lost a guy, another bodybuilder, you know, old school bodybuilder, Ken Kuhn. Now, a lot of you young guys have fucking no idea who he is. You know, he was in Pumping Iron. He was one of Arnold's boys, okay? He was even in the book Pumping Iron. He used to train there with Arnold and stuff, and with the whole guys, Danny Gable, you know, all of them, Franco, my boy, my very good friend, Leon Brown, you know what I'm saying? All the guys from that era of Gold Gym, Roger Khaled, you know, Kenny Waller, sometimes Ferrigno, you know, all those guys, bro. I mean, you know, Ed Corney, who I knew very well. And I gotta tell you something, you know, you guys don't understand. When I was just looking at Kent, you know, Kent Kuhn, and I remember back in like 1981, 80 and shit like that, I'd be going to Gold's Gym and I'd be hanging out there. And he used to work the front desk. Okay, so he was the guy, be at the front desk and greeting everybody and everything. And I'm going to tell you something. You ain't going to find another era like that. The era that you guys know, with all these guys going to Kuwait and coming back after only training a couple of years and they're already fucking mass monsters and shit. We know what's going to happen to those guys when they stop. And they will stop because everybody has to stop eventually. You don't have to stop training. But you're going to have to stop doing that amount of steroids. You're going to have to give your body a break. And we know what's going to happen. The Pee Wee Herman thing comes in. I'm sorry. You know? So, that's what's going to happen. And it's fact. I mean, this is, you know, you could, like the sun's going to come up tomorrow. It's a fact. Okay? And Dorian Yates has talked about that a million times with a big grin on his face. And you know, Dorian and I don't always see eye to eye on a lot of his, you know, things, but I think he's probably one of the smartest guys I ever fucking met. And he definitely knows his shit. Anyway, so Ken Kuhn died, you know, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at a few pictures and I'm reminiscing and I'm saying, how fucking lucky am I? How lucky am I? Because I got to meet these guys, the legends, you know, and I was a part of something that's never going to come back, bro. Never going to come back. I mean, I've met and talked with Vince Gironda, you know, John Gremick. You know, yes, some of you guys, you young guys are like, who? You know, you have no idea. But you older guys know what I'm talking about. I was in the gym with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he was sitting right there, and he was doing cable rows and stuff, and I remember when I first walked up to him. Now, I had met him in 1976 for the first time, but you know, this is late, you know, this is now like 1980, 81 or something like that, when he was in, we were all in the gym together, and I was still young, and, you know, and he was just one of the guys, bro. He was just like anybody else, you know, and I remember going up to him and shit, and I was like, yo, Arnold, and I was like, you know, doing the whole fucking, fanboy thing there, and he said to me, don't get so emotional. Those are the classic words, bro. Don't get so emotional. But, I just thought about it, like, when I saw Ken Kuhn passed away, and it just shows that, that era, bro, you can't get that back. And the flavor of bodybuilding today, everything is just so drug-oriented. Those guys train because they love training. You know what I'm saying? They love bodybuilding in a different way. They weren't all trying to be freaks. Each guy's had a physique. Look at Frank Zane. You know what I mean? It wasn't huge. He'd be a fucking, classic physique guy today. Half those guys would. They wouldn't be, bodybuilders, Even Lee Labrada in his prime might have been a classic physique guy. It's just, you look at those guys, but each one of their physiques, magazines used to actually, what I was going to say is each one of their physiques had like a signature to it. The magazines actually would show a body part sometimes, back in the day. Some of you older guys, remember this? They'll show a leg, say, whose leg is that, or whose torso is that, or who is this, and they wouldn't show the face, and you would guess, that's Samir Banu, you know what I mean? You knew, you know what I mean? You knew by the physique, Cal Scalek, I knew exactly all those guys, bro. I knew them all, and I met them, I knew them. It was a pleasure. I consider myself lucky, because you guys can know all these guys. I know Ronnie Coleman and all these guys. I know all the guys today, but a lot of new guys. The new guys coming in, I don't know, but and I don't want to know. But it's that era, of knowing all those guys and being around those guys and just seeing the passion for training and trying to develop their physiques in their way. Every physique looked different. Look at Boyarko. If I cut off his head, you'd say it's Boyarko. You understand? If I cut off Samir Banu's head, you go, Samir Banu. Muhammad Makawi. You knew. You fucking knew. That's Tony Pearson, bro. You know what I mean? You knew those physiques, man. It's an era that is not around anymore. It's never could be. All these guys today. I look at Big Ramy. I always like to use him as an example because he's the mass monster. But today, half these little guys and the Ashkenanis and whatever their fucking names are. I don't even know their names, bro. I can't even say their names. Okay, but they all have that look, you know what I mean? They all have that fucking, they all have the same look. Like, and guys, listen to me. I didn't compete. I was a natural when I compete. I didn't compete all fucking retarded looking like what I did to myself. Okay? I took 6,000 milligrams of test, but I didn't take growth hormone. I didn't take IGF. I didn't take insulin. I didn't take none of the shit these guys were taking. You know what I mean? I didn't take any of that shit. And I was already done training. I just was, I was already doing some work with the magazine stuff. I just wanted to be a freak, But I didn't step on stage looking retarded like that, what I'm trying to say is, these guys, bro, with the era. I mean, I even knew Steve Reeves. I can show you, I'll put the pictures here, I guess. It's a pain in the ass because I got to fucking scan some of these things, But I know all the old school guys, bro, and I knew them. I got to talk to them. Talking to Vince Gironda, dude, do you have any fucking idea what that's like? Sitting there arguing. I argued with Mike Menser. I argued with him over the training because he kept saying to me, well, if you're doing that many sets, you can't be going all out. And I told him that's not true. I am. It's just, I was talking about, I feel like I got a lot of red fiber, which is, more of endurance type training, more of, volume, slow twitch, and then you get the fast twitch muscle. It's more explosive, that white fiber, I feel like he had that, We just, we didn't argue bad, but friendly argument, you know what I'm saying? It was in my gym, the gym I owned. Okay? The point I'm trying to make is that this era today, I don't really care about bodybuilding anymore. And I watch certain shows, on YouTube. I'm not going to mention their names because I'm friends with the guys that do the shows. But, today we have on, Joe Matarazzi, and I'm sitting there going, the winner of the Buckeye Barbell Classic. up and coming, up and coming bodybuilder, whatever. So, I just, fitness guy, physique guy, who's going to win? I can't get that excitement, bro. I just can't get that fucking excitement. It's not there. I don't have it. So, I just feel like, when seeing Ken Kuhn die, dude, Ken Kuhn was a schmoozer. It's like me, bro. He doesn't shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? He would sit there, and when I would come in the gym, because I'm a fucking talker, and he's a fucking talker, oh, Maron, between the both of us, bro, sometimes I would sit and talk with him for like an hour before I'd even get through the fucking front area to the weights, bro. I didn't even get upstairs to change my clothes and then get to the front area to the weights. I used to talk with him. And he was a wealth of stories, bro. He was you don't realize, dude, a bodybuilding national treasure died when he died. He knew everybody's shit. He was friends with everybody. He was just a fucking national treasure. And you can't say that about these guys today, bro. You can't say that about these guys. Because these guys, back in the day, in Gold's Gym, everybody knew each other. Whether you went to World's Gym, which was like 2-3 blocks down the street, or Gold's. They all knew each other, bro. They all fucking knew each other. So it was a different era. It was a different time. It wasn't like it is today. It just wasn't like, every single guy today is 250, 300, they got guys in the 300s, it just, even the little guys today, or, I can't even make the 212, I got to diet down again. It's fucking sick, it's fucking crazy, When Schwarzenegger competed, he they had the over 200 Mr. Olympia and then the under 200. Franco used to win the under 200, sometimes Zane, and then Schwarzenegger would win it, the over 200. But there was only a couple guys in Arnold's thing. All the other guys were in the fucking under 200. You know what I mean? Now today, shit, man. Fuck, man, you're under 200 to be in a fucking bikini class. Okay, it's a joke. But what I'm trying to say is we lost another bodybuilding national treasure. A guy who had so many fucking great stories. I could sit there just like this and listen to his stories back in the day. And now I got a lot of those stories myself because I was around. Privilege, bro. Privilege. There's Arnold. Look, there's Arnold. There's still cable rows, you know what I mean? Doing fucking side laterals. That's Arnold right there in the gym. Could you say that? How many pros today can say that? Huh? You think all these guys can say that? You think that they can say, yeah, I talked to Steve Reeves. He's a good guy. Or I met John Gremick. John Gremick, bro. Reg Park. Come on. You can't get that today, bro. I'm just saying, rest in peace, man. Ken Kuhn, rest in peace. God bless you, man. I'll tell you, I wish I could have sat and talked with you one more time. I remember talking to, just before he died, I was talking to, what's his name, Ed Corney, he had that stroke, so he's talking like this, but he still had some, we could still talk, we knew each other for a long time, bro, I know him, my God, I think 77 and shit, my God, Ed Corney, come on, it's my boy, bro, good guy, excellent guy, great Arnold stories, all of them, you know what I mean? I know a lot of Arnold stories, but I wasn't with Arnold in a restaurant when he was eating the fucking hamburger. He used to call steak and eggs. It was a hamburger patty, and he'd eat that with the eggs. But his favorite food was pancake. I know all this shit, bro. All this shit. They didn't even know the name of the restaurant. They used to call it the Germans. But I don't think that was the real name. I'd love to get, I gotta sit and talk with, I gotta get my boy Leon Brown on here, boy. He's got the greatest stories. Arnold coming in his fucking house, banging on his door at 5 in the morning. Come on, let's go to the gym. Let's go to the beach, And fucking Leon's like, dude, I was just fucking drinking all night. He's fucking shot. Arnold would walk right in and fucking pull the covers off him and shit. Let's go. Come on, let's go, It was, and to this day, Arnold's still very close with Leon. It's amazing. I gotta tell you something. I blast Schwarzenegger sometimes, okay? I don't like his politics, you know, with all that Democrat, California, fucking nutty, fucking wacko thinking, okay? Even though he's a Republican who acts like a Democrat, I'm not crazy about that. I don't want to get into politics here, but aside from that, he's a good guy. I know him, talked with him, fuck around with him, you know. I was just, again, at the last Arnold class, not this one, 2 years ago, you know, I had my girl with me and stuff, and, you know, I pranked him in the bathroom. You know, we had a little fun time there, you know. He had just came out of his stall. He was in there and stuff. We were talking at the sink, and he reached over to shake my hand. I told him I can't. I just had my dick in my hand. He goes, well, because I'm not shaking your hand. And, you know, we're laughing, you know, and then we shook hands and everything. And, but I did a little prank. I don't want, you know, I upset somebody here when I talk about that. I gotta hear the fucking mouth, you know, because I'm friends with somebody. But anyway, regardless, but, you know, so I was asking him, I told him, listen, where's Patrick? Because my girlfriend loves Patrick Schwarzenegger, loves him. You know, oh, he's so cute, you know. I mean, how could you like that when you're with this? I'll say a fucking another word. Simmer down. I'm kidding. So, you know, we're happy to be my girlfriend. My girlfriend's birthday is March 4th, all right? So, and that, you know, the Arnold Classic was that. So he said, let me get him in. We coming out of the bathroom together, you know, and we were outside talking for a minute, and then here comes Patrick, and he's like, hey, Patrick, come here. You know, and I already know Patrick, but, you know, so I know Patrick very well. So, hey, what's up? And I told him, listen, my girlfriend's over here. I'm gonna shock her. I'm gonna have her come over here. He said, because he had to go to the bathroom too. So he goes, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Bring her over. We'll come out. Well, like he ambushed her, you know. And he's like, happy birthday. And he comes over and he kisses her and shit, you know. And you know, because I told her come, you know, I wanted to talk to her about something. So I brought her over near the bathroom. We're talking and shit. She had no idea what the fuck I was doing, you know. Now she did see me talk to Arnold over there. Me and Arnold were there for a couple minutes talking. And then all of a sudden, fucking Patrick comes out of the bathroom, and her eyes are like this. And I'm like, hey, Patrick, it's her birthday. And she comes over and kisses her. And she's like this, look, all stiff. She doesn't even know what to fucking do. And I told her, look at you, you big fucking, you got a big fucking mouth. Always fucking, Patrick's what? He comes over, he kisses you low. I'm like a fucking, you know how your parent, or if you're a parent, or if your parents did this to you, you have to say, did you say thank you? Say thank you. I mean, I'm basically like, you know, hey, thank the guy, you know, she's like, thank you, you know. I'm like, holy fuck. Normally, you get that big fucking mouth. Now, all of a sudden, you know, but it was fun. She had fun, and, you know, she was thankful. It's just that she didn't expect that, you know. Schwarzenegger's son, Patrick's a good guy. But, so, you know, I mean, you know, Arnold is still Arnold, bro. He's still Arnold with his boys. That's the whole rant of this shit. You know, when I talk to him, he's a good guy. You know, he's witty. He's a good guy. He don't turn down anybody. You know what I'm saying? He's not a prick. He has prick qualities with other things, you know what I mean? But not with his boys, bro. He never forgets his boys. I gotta give him those props. He does not forget his boys. Does not forget his boys. Still very close with Leon Brown. Leon Brown would tell me the best fucking, you know, he's got the fucking inside stories. He knows Arnold since Arnold, what was he, 19 or something, 20 when he first came over here, you know? Yeah, Arnold came over, you know, I don't think he was 21. I think he was 20 or 19 when he came here. I don't remember. But whatever it was, when he was that young, the first person he met was Leon. You know what I'm saying? The first bodybuilder. And they hooked up right away. And, you know, Leon would tell me all kinds of shit. Crazy, crazy stuff. You know, Arnold was a maniac in a car. Drove like fucking, you know, 100 miles an hour. Franco would be there, you know. I think I've told some of these stories before to you guys, you know. One time, you know, they all trained together. Franco, you know, Leon Brown, Arnold, you know, sometimes Ed Corney, all those guys, you know, they all trained together. And Leon and Franco were actually training partners, you know. And you know, Franco's a dick. I know Franco too, and he could be a real dick, you know. He gives us fucking guineas a bad name. Anyway, so Franco fucking, you know, so one contest, I believe it was the Mr. World, Franco went up against Leon, and Leon beat him. and fucking Franco would come into the gym and would still train with Leon, but wouldn't talk to him. And Arnold is a fucking ball buster, bro. He's just like one of the guys, bro. And Arnold used to say he used to fucking say, you know, watch, you know, he would be like, watch this to the guys. And Franco, you know, Franco would be there, you know, setting up the weights, and all of a sudden, and Leon would come in the gym, and Frank, you know, Arnold would go, oh, Leon! And Leon would come over, and he'd go, hey, Franco, look who's here, Leon. That's the guy that beat you in the contest. Wait, he won, right? You know, he would fuck around like that. He would fucking, and he said that Franco would get so fucking upset. You know, he would toss around weights, and they would do sets. You get on, you know, like on a bench. You get on, I get on, you get on. But he wouldn't talk. He would just like, look, you know, he'd just be like this, you know. He said for 6 months they trained together every day. He would train, you know, Arnold would work in, you know, he would talk to everybody, but he would not talk to fucking Leon, because Leon beat him. He cocksucker. Anyway, and Leon is a fucking dude. That's a national treasure right there, bro. Sergio Oliva stories, you know what I mean? The dude, the best. You guys will never. It's not like this anymore, bro. It's not like this. These fucking guys are chemical fucking juggernauts, bro. It's not like that. These guys, Schwarzenegger, I told you guys, Maron, they didn't fucking train, you know, like that. They would train, but they would not take drugs all year round, you know? They wouldn't do that. They would not take steroids all year round. They would cycle that shit, go off. You know what I mean? They weren't walking around 275 in the off season. On the contrary, they were small in the off season. They were smaller. They weren't bigger. They were smaller. You know? And Leon Brown would do chest. He had a fucking wicked chest. He would do chest. And Arnold would do this sometimes too. They would do chest 2-3 days in a row. They would pick a body part sometimes, and they would do 2-3 days in a row. I've been there. I know. I was with Leon in 2-3 days, and he did chest every day. I even said to him, dude, you did chest yesterday. I know I'm doing it again. You can't make this shit up, bro. You get the passion for training, the love for training. They just love to train. And they talked in the gym. They were social. They got the work done. But they were a group. They were a unit. They were friends. They were a community. Bill Grant, another one, bro. Oh, I know Billy. I know Billy. Oh, man. I know Billy really well. He's a good one, too, man. He's a good guy. Good fucking guy. Great stories. Another one. Very close with Leon. Dude, I'm so lucky to say I know these guys personally, that I've been around. I've been in the gym with them. You know what I mean? Do you know what that's like? The original World's Gym, I'm up there, and it's a fucking, dude, it's small, it's tiny. There's Bertle Fox over here. It was just like, dude, you're working out in a Muscle and Fitness magazine. Well, back then it was Muscle Builder, but I'm working out in the middle of a Muscle Builder magazine. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, there's Arnold, there's fucking, you know what I mean? When I saw Arnold, it was in World's Gym. Let me make that clear. It wasn't Gold's. It was World's, okay? But it was great. Lou Ferrigno would walk in. He looked like a fucking basketball player. Then, that's in March. I flew back to New York. In like 1981, I flew back to New York, or 82. I don't even remember what year it was. I fly back. And his fucking Ferrigno put on 75 pounds. He's there at the fucking Night of Champions, flexing with the beard. He had the first time he had the beard, because he was doing that Sinbad movie. Meanwhile, I was just in the gym with the fucking guy. You know what I mean? I used to go see his father. In Brooklyn. His brother Randy. Still friends with his brother Andy. Can't make this shit up, bro. It's just, I'm lucky. And seeing the Cancun, guys, I'm sorry I'm ranting like this, but it's just, I just seeing Cancun die. The stories. So I can sit here and tell a million. I don't know where to begin. You know what I mean? I don't know where to begin. It's just, I could tell you that they would train and then they would all go out to eat. They all did. They went out to eat, and they would eat fucking like cottage cheese, the fucking eggs, hamburger patties. They called it steak. I told you, Arnold called it steak. They They would all go out to eat, then they lay on the beach. They were buddies, bro. It's not like today. Not that these guys are enemies, but they're all over the world. You know, these guys would gather. It was team, and they weren't all about the drugs. You know, they weren't all about the drugs. I would tell you that, you know, I do know that, you know, Leon would go with Arnold to a clinic where he knew some nurse. I think it was every Tuesday or something like that. They would go and they would, you know, they would get the babanya. Charge! Anyway, they would get the babanya. And, some nurse had a fucking hots for Arnold. And, you know, Arnold would drive his little white Volkswagen. He said you know, they would go drive to the beach, and Arnold would go up these fucking hills and drive 100 miles an hour, and Columbo would be egging him on, go faster, go faster. And, you know, and you got to know Leon Brown, bro. He'd shit, and he said, I shit my pants 100 times in a bag. I swear, because Arnold would go in a fucking, he said he would go over bumps, and the fucking whole VMW would leave the air like this, you know what I mean? Or he'd go around a turn, and sometimes the thing would go, you know, in the air and almost go sideways, and then, you know, Arnold was a maniac with that. You know, he said one time they were at the clinic, and they all got their fucking babanya, and a cop was giving Arnold the ticket, and Arnold told you know, Leon and Franco, jump in the car. So Arnold, you know, they jumped in the car. Arnold quickly jumped in the driver's seat and drove off before the cop could give him the ticket. You know, today those fucking cops would hand you down, he'd be banging on your door and shit. But he got away with the shit. But he was crazy. You know, Arnold was one of the boys. You know. You know, he said the nurses loved Arnold. They would be like, oh, Arnold, you know. And he would dude, he was quite the ladies' man, you know. But one of them would, you know, give him a little extra babanya, you know. And Leon would give a little extra babanya, and she'd give a little extra Franco. All because Arnold, you know. Bro, I love that. I almost get a hard on talking about that shit. I know all the stories. I can't, I'd have to write them down. I can't even remember. Like, I'd have to, oh, what about the time of this? And what about the time of that? You know, I know them all, but, you know, it's, you know, I could give a million of them. Boom, ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. It's just crazy, you know. Even doing a movie, Stay Hungry, there's a lot of fucking shit behind the scenes. You don't even know about that stuff, bro. But I happen to live all that shit and know those guys and was around at Gold's Gym. You know what I mean? I was there when fucking Julian Blumart, who was a fucking, I was right there. Why? The punch almost hit me in the face. Julian Blumart was a Dutch IFBB official, and I saw Mike Mentz's friend knock him out, and he hit him so hard he went through the wall. And they happened to be filming Pumping Iron to Women that day. They were filming interviews there at the Gold's Gym, you know, and I was with Casey Viator, Ray Mentzer, okay? Dude, you don't get that shit, bro. I'm going to put a picture here. All right, let me do this. I'm going to put a picture. This was taken in Gold's Gym. It's the same day as they took the famous picture outside Gold's Gym with all pros. Then they took one inside with all the people. I'm in the picture. I'm the guy right. I'm going to show you where I am, okay? I'm going to have to, this is going to make making this video a little bit harder, but because that means I got to go cut shit up and editing shit and everything. But I got to do it. I got to show you, okay? And you see all the fucking people in there, you know what I mean? This is Gold's Gym. Like, I don't remember. It was 81, 82. This is before even Samir won the Olympia. You know, I used to pal around with him a little bit, you know what I mean? You don't know. I remember he was doing a cable crosser. It was actually lifting him up off the air, you know, up off the gas. So I started doing it like that. Where I would do the cable crossers, almost jump like this, see? You know, I don't do them like that no more, but, you know, I tell everybody, here's another story. I'm over there, fucking Mike Christian was trying to make some scuttle. He was just Mr. California. I'm over there doing press downs, and he's training somebody right next to me, and they're doing pull downs, lat pull downs, and I'm doing fucking V-bar press downs, and I was using so much weight, you know what I mean? Because I actually got this from Samir Banu. He was doing that, so I did it, you know? So I was doing the fucking press downs like this, and it was actually like so much weight that it almost weighed more than me and would lift me up a little bit. And Mike Christian's like this. He's training the guy. He's helping the guy down with the bar. And he's looking at me like this, you know. And he's looking at me. And then when I stop, he stops his set, you know, the guy stops his set, you know, the guy he's training. He looks at me. He says, what the fuck are you doing? What is that? You know what I mean? I said, well, Samir showed me that. And he said, don't fucking do what Samir does. What the fuck, are you crazy? You know, but I got big triceps from it. Didn't matter, you know. It's just, those days, bro. Those days. Victor Richards walking in there. You know, I've already told you guys about the fucking big boo-ha him and I had with each other. Now we're friends. The fucking biggest motherfucker, though, was Roy Liedlmeyer. Oh, what an impressive body. Like, tapered belly. You know, that tapered fucking small waist. He'd come in there. You know, he's a tall guy. You know, taller. You know, most bodybuilders short. He's a taller guy with these fucking big deltoids and fucking round fucking bellies on his arms and stuff. Beautiful body. Rory Liedlmeyer. A fucking monster. I loved that guy. And he was training with, you know, John Aranita, he was showing, and Rudy Hermosillo. That's the kid that was like 25 years old and won a Teenage America, you know, and Sylvester Stallone was there. He put the fucking thing on his head, you know what I mean? He won a bowl for winning the Nationals. I think it was Mr. America back then, I don't remember. But anyway, he put the fucking ball on his head, Stallone. This is after he did the movie Rocky. He was wearing like a white leisure suit as well, I think, I don't remember. But I was there. Who could say that, you know? I don't know. I'm rambling on. I guess I wasted this whole video talking about this shit. I hope you guys don't mind. I just wasn't my plan. I got the clipboard right here with all my bullshit on it. But I don't know. I just start ranting about this shit. I could talk about this. I haven't really even given story. I can sit here and tell story after story after story after story. You know? Alright, the first picture here is me and Joe WEIDER. Alright, that's 1979. Then I'm in the gym. It was like 81. This is Samir Banu, Larry Opilia. Larry Opilia played a He-Man on Universal Studios. That's John Gremick, okay? This is later on in the 80s, but I knew these people way before this. Steve Reeves, again, that's me and Steve Reeves. Okay, now, again, this one right here is Dave Draper, but I knew these guys way before. I knew in the 70s. Larry Scott. That's Rachel McClish, my boy, Dr. Carlon COLKER. All right, that's me talking with Rick Wayne and Frank Zane. It was 1983. That's me and Schwarzenegger. I don't know, it was like 81 or whatever it was. Then later on, me and Schwarzenegger. By the way, I was dieted down for a show in that one contest in a black and white picture. That's Arnold's son, who's taller than Arnold. He's like 6'3". That was my boy. This is Serge Nubret. Okay, that was Patrick Schwarzenegger. Here's my girl, Gladys Portuguese. Her and I were very good friends. We were in the Xenon's discotheque together. My two boys, Bill Grant and Alessandro Savi, and myself. Okay. And there's Franco Columbo, the dick, and fucking Alessandro Savi. And this picture, pause this. Let's pause this for a second, okay? This is me. On the left, you'll see it where it says GV. This is Gold Gym. It's like 1981. You can see, if you look up front, you can see Menser and all of them. We're all in the gym together. Bob Paris, they're all in there, okay? Andreas Cowling, Ray Menser, you got to look real close at all. They're all mixed in throughout that crowd. That's the crowd from Gold's Gym. But that's taken in Gold's Gym. Okay? All right. These are just some of the pictures I had. All right. I just want to talk about a few things here. You know, just listen to my whole rant before you think you know what I'm going to say. Because I got to talk about a few things. You might be like, oh, shit. But just listen to the end to see what I have to say. All right, so now, switching channels a little bit here. Just going to get to maybe a little bit of stuff we've talked about a little bit, like in the last video I did, what the hell, Talking Smack. I talked about like relationships and not lying and all that stuff. And a few guys threw some comments down and they're like, you gotta lie to your girl. If you're taking drugs, you gotta lie to your girl. If you're taking steroids, you gotta lie to your girl. It's not good to tell her the truth. Because one day, if you guys break up and there's trouble, she could use that against you and maybe rat you out. I just gotta tell you something. If you feel that you're with a girl that you can't trust, either you got trust issues or she's no good and that's the wrong person you're dating. If you're worried that your girl's going to fucking rat you out or go on fucking Facebook and tell everybody so-and-so's taking steroids or whatever, then you're with the wrong girl. You understand? Or maybe you're just a fuck up, where you're so fucking paranoid and shit. But if you can't tell the truth, bro, to your girl, if you have to lie to her, and you feel that you're scared to tell the truth, then you're with the wrong person, bro. Or there's something wrong with you, like I said. So, bro, lying is never good. So the few of you guys who made those comments and stuff, and I even said to you there, dude, you're in a relationship. A relationship has got to be where you have equal mutual respect for each other. When lying starts, lying, violence, and jealousy, bro, those are killers. Those are killers, man. They're really bad. And if you're into that shit, and you're not telling your girl the truth, you're dooming your own relationship. If you found out she was lying to you about something, you wouldn't like it. And I don't like those kiddie games where, this one's going to rat on that one, or this one's going to go on Facebook and say that, or whatever. But, which also here, I'm just answering a few of your questions, so that's about that, okay? And it's funny because we're talking about lying, and one of my boys on here, like I said, Gutter Breaks, he asked me about, because I talked about the herpes and shit like that in the last video, and he asked me about, like, how'd you tell your girl? Does she know? And, well, of course my girl knows. I'm here talking about this shit all over the fucking planet, in these videos, so everybody knows. And, and I've been with my girl a long time, so, even though she's fucking 27 years younger than me. But, yeah, she knows. How do you tell her? I told her from the very beginning, listen, not for nothing, but, I get the fucking herpes shit, and it comes on, and when it comes on, man, it's like somebody put a cigarette out on your fucking gagoots with that, and it's not, it's not the most pleasant thing, so, but, you gotta be honest. I'm honest about everything. You gotta, especially for the beginning in a relationship, you gotta tell right from the get-go, out of the gate, you know what I mean? And, so I told her, and, she understood. She doesn't give a shit, It has no effect on her. I mean, if it was active, if I had, like, an open, when it hits you and you get that open sore on there or something like that, and you stuck it inside her, yeah, she can get it, but dude, I had fucking gonorrhea, which, when I was young, I was fucking around with them strippers, bro. And that shit was way worse than any fucking herpes, bro. Herpes is, when you get a cold sore inside your mouth, that's the same as herpes, bro. It's the same fucking virus. It's the same thing, It's just that it's on your fucking, Bishuli God there, So, so you gotta be honest. So, I told her, and she dealt with it. It's no big deal. It's really nothing. I mean, the VD was a lot worse, the gonorrhea, So I'm touching the base on what you guys are asking me, some of the comments, and I figured maybe, I'd like to, if you guys get some, comments about some of the past shows I've done, or you want to clarify stuff, I want to start putting pictures. I don't really use, you guys got to remember, I have a flip phone, so I don't really do too much on the Instagram. I'll tell my girlfriend, put this picture up, or do this, or do that, or, she'll throw a little something up there, because she has the smartphone. I don't. But I should probably start using it more so I could put some pictures of some of the people I talk to you guys about when I tell something or tell a story, or even a lot of, the pictures, that I could put pictures of the strippers I was with too. I was young. You're going to see me anywhere from 18 years old to 21, like that, but still, So, anyway, another thing. I don't really like to talk politics, okay? I know Joe Pietaro here. This is his channel. Everybody thinks this is my channel. This is, I have my own channel. I gotta start doing more videos on it, but, Muscle Sport Mag, Joe, I know he's very, he likes to talk about the politics in some of his shows, and, he's very adamant. I don't really like to talk to politics much, but, I said something about Trump in the last thing, and Charles Gusto said to me, "You a Trump fan?" I like, what's with that? He wasn't asking me. He might be a Trump fan. I don't know. He might hate Trump. Maybe. You got to watch when you say something about politics, because you can turn somebody who supports you. You could turn them totally off. So I really don't like to talk about politics here. I will just briefly go over that. Just touch on that, so simmer down if this is going to, like, stew your clams. Just listen to what I have to say before you fucking go bonsai if you're one of the haters, okay? Listen to me. You don't have to like the guy. When Trump was a reality star and all that shit, I used to think he was the biggest dick, okay? Ironically, my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, works for him and does, you know, he's one of his security guys. But he mostly, you know, he's worked with Don, but he mostly works with Eric, the son, okay? You know, and my sister knows him, and, you know, my friends, you know, I'm good friends with Charlie Gasparino, who was my childhood friend, all right, and he grew up, you know, we grew up together as little boys and stuff. His brother, by the way, one of you guys asked me, his brother was my only workout partner I've ever really had, you know what I mean? Now, what I'm talking about, you know, my friend Marco and I, we go to the gym together, but I don't actually train, you know, we don't do set for set with each other and none of that stuff, you know? So, what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to like the fucking man, but, you know, it's the office. You got to respect the office. Even when I wasn't a big Obama fan, but even when he was in there, I rooted for America, because this is the way it works out. Because where I come from, when you root against your own, you get you fucking either hit in the head with a bat or worse. You know what I mean? You don't fucking go against your own. If you don't like something, you know, do something about it, but you can't. You know, gabish, you understand what I'm saying, right? I can't, I'm not going to get too into the politics here, but, you know, I just feel like, you know, this is just something, you know, I open my mouth, so I don't want to, you know, piss anybody off. I think that people are too passionate today about their hate. You know, I'm not a hater, I don't hate anybody. You know what I mean? I wasn't a fan of Obama, but I didn't hate the guy. I don't hate the guy. You know, you know, it just doesn't work like that. The point I'm trying to make is that, you know, politics is a funny fucking thing. It's a funny thing. You know, my girlfriend's Mexican. Her whole family is, you know, off the, you know, I was going to say off the boat, but that would be Italian. You know, they're all immigrants, and a lot of them are illegal. You know, her mother was deported, you know, under Obama. So what I'm trying to say is, you know, now her mother's back, obviously, but, you know, and now she has a green card and everything like that. But what I'm saying is, you can't, there's a lot of bullshit out there. And when you're dealing with politics, these people, like, dig up dirt and they fucking, you know, it makes you laugh when you see the same people, you know, who partied with Donald Trump before, or his buddies, you know, doing the roast on a Trump roast and shit like that. And now they're like fucking like Snoop Dogg and fucking hypocrite cocksuckers like that. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I'm a straight up guy. If, you know, if you don't like somebody, that's okay. Just listen, if you hate Trump, that's fine. That doesn't mean we have to, you know, we have to agree on everything. You know what I mean? I don't like broccoli. I don't eat tomatoes. I'm a Guinea and I don't eat tomatoes. You know what I mean? I don't like them. I don't like garlic. I don't like onions. I don't eat either. I don't eat garlic or onions. And I'm an Italian. Okay? We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to fucking all like the same shit. That's what makes up a world. It's just that when you feel that your feelings matter more than somebody else's, it's okay for somebody else, like these people today, to have, you know, the Antifa and everything. They could say what they want, but when you say what you want, that's not acceptable. Okay? You follow what I'm saying? You know, we're living in an odd world today where, you know, male power lifters are fucking competing as girls. It's just wrong, bro. It's out of control. You know what I mean? So, and I got transgender in my family, and I got gay, lesbian, and everything in my family, and my children are part black. Okay, so, you know, my ex-wife was mulatto. So, let's, you know, before you throw stones, know who you're throwing stones at. So, I mean, not for nothing, you know, that's, you know, I have no vested interest other than I just care about, like, you know, what happens to my country, what happens to my family, and, you know, like that. And my son served this country, and, you know, he served under Obama, you know, and he was he's intelligence, you know, but you don't root against your own. I don't care, you know, who you are, or what your politics are, or whether you're Democrat, Republican. I don't go by any of that shit, bro. I just go by the person, and if that's if that's your man out there, you know what I mean? If you don't like Trump, you don't have to like him, but you gotta he can't be against the country, you know, and we're living in a fucked up world right now. I'm just telling you, you know. Oh, you ask me, who asked me that again? Oh, Charles Gusto. Okay, so Charles Gusto, you can see it's on the comments there, he asked me. And I feel like I gotta tell you that, you know, we just, like I said, we all live in a different world. I'm Italian, I don't eat fucking scungilli, I don't eat any of that, calamari, I don't eat any of that stuff. I don't like it, you know what I mean? I don't eat fucking garlic, I don't eat onions, I don't eat tomato. You know what's funny? I love peppers, like sausage and peppers and stuff, but I can't eat it. Fucking peppers repeat on me, so I don't eat peppers, you know? Sometimes I'll still eat it, but if, you know, then you're burping up fucking foul air and shit like that, you know, because it affects me like that. So, anyway, listen, I just figured I'd tell you that. You know, that's what makes up a world, bro, you know? Just like some guys like a girl with a big fat ass. I like them skinny. Is that my mother barking out there? No, just kidding. I like them skinny, you know, so we all like something different. That's what makes up a world, bro. You know what I mean? That's what makes up a world. You know, I'll sit there and, you know, my friends will say shit, you know. I'll be sitting in a club, you know, or something like that, you know. And, you know, my friends will say, look at that girl. Oh, man, she's hot, you know. And I'll say, whew, I think that one's hot. We'll like something different. You understand? In everything. In food, you know. My girlfriend loves to put hot pepper on pizza. You know, on everything. What am I talking about? Eggs, everything. She, you know, tapatio sauce, which is like red hot sauce. You know, what is that shit? You know, the pepper flakes, the pepperoncino, the Italians use, you know, they use it on pizzas. So I can't eat any of that shit, bro. You know, we're total opposites. You know, I can't eat Mexican food. It'll repeat on me, that spice and all that shit. Too much. I'm a very bland eater. Okay? That's what makes up a world, though. I don't stop my girlfriend from eating that. You know what I mean? I don't drink. You know, I don't drink because I grew up idolizing my father. My father never drank. And it's funny because my father used to make wine with his father, and my father never tasted the wine that he made. I think I told you the guy said it already. I'm not sure. But, you know, if my girlfriend wants to have a cocktail, well, I don't give a shit. That's her. But I don't have to have one, right? We all like something different. And even in the country, okay, you never go against your family. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. All right? Not, there's too many people here that are, you know, stepping on a flag. You watch these girls that just won a soccer thing and stuff, you know. I got no respect for that, bro. I got no respect for that. You know, you make me, instead of rooting for you, hope you lose. You know, standing on the American flag. Why? Because you don't like the president? Who gives a shit, bro? Your opinion about that shouldn't matter. My opinion shouldn't matter to you. It's personal. It's a personal thing. This country's too much of that bullshit, man, right now. Stepping on flags, you know, burning flags, you know. I don't know. 9/11, everybody was unified. Now all of a sudden, everybody, you know, they're stepping on a flag. I have a right, you know, because I don't like who's in office. He's a racist. He's this. Oh, please, give me a fucking break. That's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Where's the concentration camps, you know? Oh, Donald Trump's KKK. You really? Well, his daughter's fucking Orthodox Jew. And what did the KKK hate worse than black people and people of color? Jews. Please, I didn't want to go there. Respect the office. You don't have to like the guy. That's the way I look at it. Okay? That's the way it is. Alright? I support the family, though. That's what you always got to do. So, anyway, enough of this bullshit. I'm ranting now. Now I'm just ranting. But, you know, how to answer the guy's question. You know, I don't like to talk about this shit too much, to be honest with you, because my political views should have no effect on you. Just like your political views, if you tell me, I have a lot of friends who hate Donald Trump. A lot. A lot of my friends, they hate that. You know what I mean? What do you want me to do? So I'm not going to not be friends with the guy. You know what I mean? He's entitled to his opinion. You know? If you like garlic, I don't. If you like onions, I don't. You know what I mean? That's the way it is. So, alright. this was a strange show today. I know. It was a little strange conversation, but, you know, we had fun. I like to talk about the old school stuff, really, to be honest with you, you know, because it brings me back. And the passing of Cancun really, you know. So, all right. Listen, guys. Be good to your girl, okay? Be good to your wife, your significant other. You know the spin. You know what I'm going to tell you. Take care of those kids, man. Pay the child support. Don't matter what she does with the money. Those are your kids. Let her answer to them. That's what will happen down the road. Trust me. Been there. Okay? Be good to your kids. Be good to your wife. Be good to all of them. But be good to yourself. Be excellent to yourself. Because you matter. Okay? Your feelings matter. You matter. We all go through those hills and valleys in life, bro. We all go through them. When we're on the top, you feel like king shit. You know what I mean? When you're on the top of a mountain, you feel like shit. Like the king. You're like, I'm the shit. You know, I don't mean you feel like shit. You feel like you're the shit. When you're down there, bro, then you feel like shit. You feel low. You feel like, why bother? Gotta keep climbing. We all go through that. You're no different than anybody else. If you're out there and you're going through bullshit, you are no different from me or anybody else. No different. We all go through it. You don't fill a bathtub with pity and shit and then just go lay in there. You get your ass up, okay? Every day the lion on the prairie, bro. He's got to deal with shit, bro. Some other lion wants to fuck around with his fucking lionesses, you know what I mean? Male lion don't want to come in, take his lioness, kill his cubs so he can start his own pride. So you got to worry about that when you're the fucking lion. You got to eat the fucking, you got to worry about making a kill so you can, you know, fill your belly. You got to worry about a lot of things. But you still do what you got to do, bro. And that's the way it is. We have no choice. Okay, the life is full of hills and valleys. And it's when you're low. We all know. You've heard it a million times. It's when you're down, and it's where your strength comes in, because you have no choice. You have no fucking choice, right? If a car was on top of your mother, and it was crushing her, and if you had that, you'd get on there and you'd do everything you could to lift that car up, right? You put all your strength and everything in it. You have no choice. You got to go forward, all right? So please, be good to yourself. Don't bang your head against the wall over things that are out of your control, that you cannot control. You just got to get a sore head, okay? Kabish, we'll talk more about that another time, but be good to yourself. It matters to me. All right? You know what I'm going to tell you. Stop fucking around. Stop fucking around. I'll see you next week, you bunch of fucking momos. I love you guys, though.
At Titan Medical Center, we are here to make you feel better, look better, and perform better. We're here to get you to your optimal levels in the most natural way possible. We are a boutique-style clinic without the boutique-style costs. All medications are monitored and prescribed by a physician. Let us help you get the results you've been wanting. Come to Titan Medical Center for the most cutting-edge therapies and the most current information on how to take the most natural approach to your health.